All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and for this spooky October, we're reviewing movies based on horror movie icons. And so we wanted to start with a new newer horror movie icon. It's been like, 20 years or something since the first one?
Was the first one 2003?
It's like 20 years.
2001?
Almost 24 years of Jeepers Creepers. And this week we're doing Jeepers Creepers. Potentially the only good one, starring the boy Justin Long.
I think early on, 1 and 2 had the potential for this to be a new like icon. Even though the movies, both of them aren't like, because most of those other icons, their first movies are considered like fan based and critically good.
Is the first? We'll talk about it when we do a Friday movie. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This was more culty, like the first one specifically. Like this has like real culty vibes. Even that's why, like even the third and the fourth movie, like had cult vibes to it. That's why it kept getting pushed. But I think the behind the scenes stuff killed the franchise, and it's never gonna be the same.
With good reason though, because the dude's
I understand
a scum bastard. Dude's a piece of shit.
You're saying the movie itself is like culty, and that's why they canceled it behind the scenes.
No. You don't know what behind the scenes?
Go ahead, James.
So I don't know anything about these films. This is my first time seeing it.
It's like some pedo stuff.
He's a rapist and a pedophile.
Yeah.
This is Victor Salva.
He molested his 13-year-old trans niece.
Oh my god, I just got jump scared.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're looking for.
Don't open up his wiki, dude. I just got jump scared so
I'm going, bro. I'm going.
So this is why
he's pretty petty.
So 3 is supposed to be a totally different movie, but then like a bunch of stuff happened where they couldn't get like money, and then like everything happened. So then 3 ends up being like a weird jumbled mess, and then 4 is a whole reboot because they wanted different people on a team because they want to do it. But it's probably like a low budget indie film that had like no money towards it. But there was major push after 1 and 2 to make this thing be a thing. But then all that stuff came out around like the Me Too movement.
What's the third one called?
I think it's just Jeepers Creepers 3.
Oh, so it's Reborn.
Yeah. Reborn is the 4th one. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop us right now. It is really bad. This dude is a raging piece of shit.
Yeah, terrible person.
I hope he gets split in half vertically with the rustiest spoon. He's
I hope he gets Arthur Fleck,
I hope he gets worse than Arthur Fleck. He deserves to get flayed. I want all of his skin off his body. Piece of shit. Awful piece of shit.
Is that a prison photo?
That is a prison photo.
It's a jump scare is what it is, dude.
It is a jump scare as well. He also did Jeepers Creepers 3. Oh, hell no.
So that's the issue, though. Like they couldn't. It was a Phantom event. They couldn't get funding and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then even people were supposed to come onto the film didn't come onto the film because of all the backlash and everything like that.
Right.
Because the third film originally is supposed to be the main girl from the first movie.
What?
And the second movie, the dad and the brother are supposed to team up to kill Jeepers Creepers, and that's why even like there's like an end credit in 2. But they didn't come back for like 3.
She came back for 3.
Oh, is she the end credit thing then?
No. She has a cameo in the movie, so yeah, I would assume that she is the. I haven't seen 3. I stopped after 2.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's bad.
So 1, 2, and 3 are all the same storyline, and then Reborn is just a reboot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm glad I didn't rewatch this movie. Motherfucker doesn't deserve it. Every time I watch it going forward, I'm going to watch it illegally. I'm going to steal from him and everybody who worked on the movie. I don't care. I'll say it.
My thing with people like this, though, is everyone else that worked on a film, and that sucks for like especially for 3. Like you lose out, and so many people lost out on jobs for probably 10, 20 years because he's a terrible person.
Yeah.
And it does suck.
So Jeepers Creepers is a creation from his mind.
It is he owns the IP. 100%. I want to say. Yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
I gotta say, dude, like monster design wise, Jeepers Creepers, he fucks.
He's scary as shit.
And I like it too because we get glimpses of him, but it's
Yeah.
not until like 50 minutes into the movie where you finally like really see him. There's so much mystery to him like early on. Until this day, like when you think of like traveling on the side of the road, I'm like, dude, Jeepers Creepers gonna give me.
Every time you're driving through the woods and shit, it's like, oh no, this is it. I'm about to get got.
Yeah.
Especially with all those crows, dude. Oh man.
How does he even control the crows? Do they tell you, James, how they control the crows?
So not in this movie.
Right.
It's kind of just hinted at and stuff like that. But no, it is like some like death omen type controls like thing. Because in the newest one, Reborn, it talks more about like he's almost like born again through crows. It's like a whole like there's a
what?
Yeah,
he's the original crow.
Yeah,
yeah, kind of.
Like, cause I've seen all these movies. I've seen 3 in the Phantom Event, and I've seen Reborn in the Phantom Event, and I paid way too much for these movies.
Damn. You're a fan, though, dude.
No, I like this character. I think it's super cool. I like the way that when he gets hurt, he doesn't just kind of like, be okay.
Right.
Like, he has to literally eat body parts, and then he replenishes himself, which I think is such a cool aspect.
We only see him eat the tongue in this movie, right?
In this one, yeah.
Right, because the head one is...
And the arm. He eats like the one of the
and the leg. The leg, he gets his leg back too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they show the guy's leg and it's gone.
Right. He does do a little more regeneration than I thought in this one. He does, Eric, a little bit of spoilers. He does some big regenerations in the next one, okay?
So,
big time regens.
If one was 2, we'd see him like holding leg up, munching on it.
Right.
But like it's kind of just insinuated that he eats the leg.
This is done
Didn't
a
get
little
too much
more
into it.
Yeah, it's done a
2
little more
shows
artfully.
you.
Oh no, you see something.
And 2, you see the character the whole time too. Which 2, I legitimately like. It reminds me of like Scream, Freddy movies because it's a little more comedic tone, but it's also still like a horror movie.
I mean, this one was a little funny too. It had one scene that pops to mind is like when he's putting the bodies in the back of his truck. He like opens the door, dumps the bodies, closes the doors, and then like a second later, he's like, "Oh, I forgot the head." He chucks like the head in there, and then closes it. So like, I thought that was funny.
And through the whole franchise, he is like comedic. Like it just gets more and more as the film goes. Like,
he goes full
2 and
Freddy.
3. Yeah.
And the movies fall off just like Freddy. Damn.
The issue with 3 is like it's all during the daytime, so it's like
what?
Yeah,
they don't hide none of it at night.
And do you guys care about spoilers for 3? Probably not.
No, dude. Come on.
So
I'm not gonna watch this pedophile movie ever again. Go ahead.
3 takes place after 1,
directly
2.
after 1.
Where when does 2 take place?
So it goes 1 on same night 1 is happening. So like all this stuff is happening on the same night, 1, 2, and 3.
He only feeds every 23 years or whatever.
Yeah. So then, but canonically, what happens is you watch 1 and then you watch 2 where it's like kids on a bus or whatever.
Right.
But then when you watch 3, the end of the movie is the kids, someone getting on a football team getting on the bus to go to the game.
Oh, what?
So what happens is, so they escape Jeepers Creepers, like one of the people, but then they end up being technically on the bus in Jeepers Creepers too.
Oh, that's kind of wild.
It's a cool like fake out type thing.
So in a better movie, that would have been some Endgame type shit where you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean the movie, if you could have had all the people that survive, like the main heroes, kill him in like another movie, it could have been a nice little send off.
Yeah. Does he die even in the 4th one?
He becomes yes and no.
Okay.
So he does.
Spoiler,
so the way the
fourth,
the way the 4th one works is he's like dying, and like even there's like this mid lore about Jeepers Creepers being like a person, like a regular guy, or pretty much. But it's like this mystical thing. So then he like has to get the energy or something from this lady that's like from like some special like energy or some crap like that.
What?
So then he like dies in the end of the movie, but then because he has like her essence or like some weird shit like that, he's like a little like fetus pretty much, but then becomes reborn. And it's so the other Jeepers Creepers was like hurt and like battered and like decrepit. But now at the end of that movie, he's born again. And he's like super strong.
So that's why he's reborn.
Mm-hmm.
But like you
Oh.
describing it makes this movie sound way better than it probably is. Like
For sure,
I'm
yeah.
based off your description,
Mhm.
I'm sure I'd be pissed watching it.
Because the lore of Jeepers Creepers is cool.
Right.
Like the character itself is cool, and
Yeah.
the comic books even go back to show like Jeepers Creepers like in times before this, and there's like go ahead.
I was gonna say, so what's he supposed to be like mythologically? Is he close to anything like
I think he's just
Tale
a
or
demon,
anything?
right?
Yeah,
What's
I
a
mean,
Wendigo? What are
No, he ain't a
those?
Wendigo.
no, I want to.
Just the gargoyle, like the wings was throwing me off. I was like, what is he?
It gives me like Mothman vibes, but
Kinda.
like,
And then his
um,
open face suit is like,
Although no,
Yeah.
it's like this is like it's like the one
Yeah.
the dinosaur from Jurassic Park.
but he's like a
yeah.
parasite kinda, which is
Oh.
because I want to
and then
say.
he
Go
took on like Justin Long's eyes at the end, his
Mhm.
brown eyes. I was like, huh?
Dogs on our end.
Yeah, dude.
And he's like
In-
dead skin. It's like when you like open the door, like
Yeah.
this is dead skin.
Dude, I thought like even like the first time seeing it and like watching it again, the scene where they go into the little tube is always crazy because
Bruh.
when you look up and you see everything, and then when he sees the people where they were talking about like, oh, I'm scared to go out here because someone died and then they lost their head, and then you see the ring he has on from Ohio State or whatever they said they were from, and then the neck is like sewed back on. Because he's just storing his food, like that's all he's doing.
Because
Like,
I was like looking around and like you see a person in the wall and you're like, is that a mannequin?
yeah.
And then like eventually they like reveal to you the whole thing and you're like, holy fuck.
And I just think
This guy's a sicko.
yeah, I think it's also because of the movie of its time, because like it does look a little weird, but he is preserving them, so like they're
Yeah.
supposed to look like that, but then they also do look. It looks fake, kind of.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it's because he's like preserving the bodies because he wants to. I don't know if he is like they're gonna still be here in 27 years, or I'm pretty sure he's just his most vicious the last night, because I'm pretty sure all these movies take place just the last night, because at the end of 2 he becomes like a ball, and then you can't like do anything
What?
to him. Yeah,
Yeah, he like cocoons himself. And so
Mhm.
at the end of 2, Eric, they're like looking at him. It's these two farmer dudes, or a farmer and a son, and they have
Mhm.
a truck with a harpoon pointed
Yeah.
at the cocoon. It's dude,
2 is
it's-
worth a watch.
it's so rad. It's like it sucks that the guy who had this idea was such a piece of shit, because in the
Mhm.
hands of a better human being, it would have been such a cool franchise for about 3 or 4 movies, and then it would have fallen off. But like
Yeah.
it's metal. It's because like the dad and the dad's familial line maybe knows about this thing.
No, so it's like a short little quick thing. They the Jeepers grabs one of the sons.
Okay,
So then he's just like, I want to kill you.
right. So
And then
he's
he like finds out, because if you touch the thing, I don't know if it's in that movie or not, but if you
No.
touch Jeepers Creeper stuff, you get like visions, and you can see like
No.
oh maybe
Yeah.
it is in the second movie because she touches the shuriken or whatever that he throws.
yeah, correct, yeah,
Right.
it happens in 3 as well, but yes, So
I know I've seen one of these movies because like
Mhm.
I remember it being on TV when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I thought it was this one for the longest, but it wasn't, because the scene I remember, it was like at night and like it had that iconic tree. I could be building it in my mind though.
No, you're thinking of 2.
You're thinking of 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 is more. So this movie, I don't know how it did financially, but I know it's less. Like 2 is more mainstream. So like,
Okay.
and 2 has a bigger cast, and it had a bunch of like young actors that are like were supposed to be next big things. So it has like a good
I mean,
cast.
Justin Long. It was cool to see Justin Long in this one because like,
This is early Justin Long.
Justin Long is fire and everything though. Even in the
Yeah.
shitty movies he's in, he's
He
so
has a
good.
bad time in all horror movies, though.
Oh
God
yeah,
bless.
my man,
Yeah, all horror movies.
My
Yeah.
man suffers in every horror movie
Yeah.
he's in. Has the sister done anything? She doesn't even have a picture, dog. Nope.
Yeah.
Gina
even-
Phillips.
Oh no, yeah. She ain't
Even
never been
in
nothing.
3, like the issue with 3 was like he even had a character, I think, that they had to take out because the character was like saying like it's okay to be like SAer and stuff like that. Like dude's a terrible person. I cannot
no.
we cannot
Stress it enough. Yeah, we
Yes.
can't. We can't stress it
Like,
enough.
and it sucks because I love the idea of Jeepers Creepers, and I do generally like these movies in this franchise. and I was hoping it was gonna be like I wanted 10 shitty Jeepers Creepers movies.
I mean, yeah, Friday the 13th can do it. Why not Jeepers Creepers? You know?
Yeah, and I think it's mainstream enough, but even like. Even the fourth one, like it's the thing with it, it's like it has enough fan base that it got off the ground. But like I don't think big studio is gonna touch the character because of him.
He would have to sell the rights to somebody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, but he wasn't even involved in the third one though, right? Oh no, in the fourth one.
He was.
In the fourth one, he wasn't involved.
The fourth one, I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Just name the character Peepers.
Sleeper Peepers.
Peepers Keepers.
Yeah, it's like a Hispanic director that did it.
The fourth one.
Yeah, and even when you go watch that event, he like talks for like 30 minutes about like how thankful he is for people to come see this movie, and I'm like, bro, sure, but like, can I get to the movie?
Show the movie.
Yeah.
Timo Varensola is his name.
Yeah.
He worked
on
Timo,
dude.
A bunch of Star Treks. The Jeepers Creepers Reborn in 97 minutes.
Starting Alec Baldwin. The 97 minutes movie. Yeah, it's about a plane crash or something, maybe.
I always would make sure it wasn't the one where, oh boy.
No, that one's about 9/11, no?
Oh, is it?
Oh, no, never mind. A hijacked airplane has 97 minutes before it runs out of fuel.
It's like Speed, but on an airplane.
Yeah.
So the only thing it has is based on characters by Victor Salva. So is this really like his whole original idea, which is crazy?
It has to be.
That's crazy.
It's because he's sick in the head, dude. This character is him.
Eric, I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't never done anything that man's done, and I could think of a cool character like this as well. I just don't have the drive to fucking make it into a movie. All right.
When we make our horror movie, man, we'll know. Well, it has to be a cool character design. You don't know what he is. You don't know if he's a gargoyle or
you're
when
not
to
going to
go.
see it until the third act. Are you kidding me? We got
even then barely.
Yeah, we got until the third act to even figure out what the monster is. All right.
I thought he did look a little silly walking on those walls of the police station in this
so
one.
Bad. When he's
yeah.
And isn't he nude?
4 has a 0%.
Yep, he's nude the whole later half.
Stark ass naked up on those walls, ticking and teching. I loved it.
So what's crazy is there was the production company behind Jeepers Creepers 2 and 3 filed a lawsuit against the people that are doing Reborn. So technically, it's considered like a fan film. Mm-hmm.
Why? Why are they? What do those people have any say in it?
Yeah,
because I think they technically still own the rights to it.
The production company.
Mm-hmm. Whoever Madrid Pictures or yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the issue is they can't get anybody to pick it up anyways.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna touch this with a 10-foot pole? Nobody.
Yeah.
It's got a 1.1 with 20,000 ratings on Letterboxd. The
no way, dude.
Oh, no, it's terrible.
The fourth one.
The fourth one. The first one should have.
First one is a 3.06 out of 5 with 150,000 ratings. Pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. For horror, yeah. For sure, definitely good.
But even the design of the character is so much better in the first 3. Like the design even in the fourth one isn't that good. Like it gets the point across, but there's just something iconic about the way he looks. Like
he looks pretty cheap in the third and fourth one.
Yeah.
The first one, is definitely the best.
But I think too, like the issue is by even 2 and 3. Like you shouldn't show him that much. Like the best thing about him is it is mysterious. You don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And I just think, but 2 just has some funny scenes. He does some weird stuff. But also too, that's the issue though, because he is like a sexual deviant.
He is like, which is also kind of weird.
The whole like smelling him.
Yeah, he does some real weird shit, Eric.
Yeah, in the second one, there's a lot more of it, and you can tell like he's like horned up for some of these people.
For these teenagers, they are in high school, so Damn.
Yeah,
Talking about it right
He's
now,
gonna-
it just really makes me understand a little bit more too.
but it makes sense.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
like,
dude, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I never really thought about it too until we're talking about it. But and also too, that makes sense why in 3 there was characters that are like saying it's okay to like be a
Yeah.
predator practically.
Yeah.
Because dude was just pushing off
cover himself.
shit.
Yeah.
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 Damn, what a fucking scumbag, dude.
Man, that sucks.
What a waste of a fantastic character.
Dude. And the way he was just leaping up and down, while like when the whole scene where she was like going forward and reversing, going forward and reversing. Dude, that shit was killing me.
I read somewhere somebody was like, damn, maybe she should have hit him one more time.
Right.
Maybe that would have put him down.
One of my favorite things, like memes I've seen about this movie, is like, could you imagine him being the DMV getting that custom license plate?
Yeah.
It's like be eating you or something.
Yeah,
beating you.
Yeah. Damn, see, we should have seen that. That would have been a cool fucking behind the scenes thing.
Him with the DMV.
Yeah. I like this movie too. This was one of those early horror movies that like I definitely remember watching a ton. I don't know why our family watched this so much or why my older siblings watched this so much, but I feel like I've seen this movie about 1 billion times.
Dude, I saw this movie in the drive-in as a child.
Oh hell no!
What?
The drive-in is crazy,
Can you imagine you look over and you see a big ass truck?
and he's licking your window.
Dude, I was probably still scared of this like idea in
Till last year.
honestly within the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't know, man.
I did expect it to be a little scary. Like it was scary, but it wasn't as scary.
But Eric, you've seen things in your
I've seen
adult
those.
life that have been labeled the scariest movie of all time. Like this
Yeah.
movie was never going to scare you, but when
No.
when it's 23 years ago and you're 7 years old, you'd have been shitting bricks.
I would have.
yeah.
You'd have been.
But,
it would have been.
but
rough.
even imagine seeing this movie at night before you started seeing a ton of horror movies. You'd have been
Yeah.
like, this shit's a little creepy.
15
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
ago, you'd have been like, oh no.
We've just sensitized ourselves because even when I was because I ended up having time, I just rewatched it.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, oh, okay. And then also too, I've seen the movie so many times, I can anticipate what's happening next. Like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the old lady scene, the first time I saw that scene was scary.
The cat lady?
That was like that was
Yeah,
getting me.
yeah.
But then they showed her, and I was like, "Oh, she's normal."
Oh.
She was cool though, dude. And I don't know what kind of shotgun she had, but goddamn, that thing was blasting.
It really did be blasting. That was the other half of the budget. One half was old boy's costume, and the other one was that super shotgun, that John Wick ass shotgun she had blowing holes.
Explosive rounds, dude.
Yeah.
For
The
real.
dragon's breath
Dragon's
or whatever
breath.
the hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was reloading that thing crazy.
Yeah. Maybe the cops had it. They would have fucked his ass up. They'd have blown him away. Go ahead.
But even like this movie has like even like some comedic things where he's doing the whistling of the theme song and stuff like that. Which
Dude,
I think is kinda
for
funny.
real.
Yeah.
I
And
love
the whole
how,
tongue scene was funny to me too.
where he pulls it out like a fruit by the foot or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really good.
I like to like the prison scene where you see all the two dudes just like frightened, and then you look over and he's just cannibalizing these people.
He's eating
Well, I
him
guess
up.
not really a cannibal because like he's
No,
not
you said he's
human.
half man. You said he's half man.
I mean, in Reborn, I don't know.
Nah, it's the same
Not in this
guy,
one.
same dude.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
This
it's
dude is
a
dead
guy.
skin,
It's
dude.
Victor Salvia, so it's like.
so this movie did win some awards. It won.
Oh, really?
It
What?
won 2 Fangoria Chainsaw Awards in July of 2002. It won Best Wide Release Film, and then it also won Best Supporting Actor for Jonathan Breck, who is somebody in this movie.
He's a creeper, right?
Oh, yeah,
he's the creeper. Yep. Hey, he earned it. He's great.
He
Good
did.
creeper.
No, he is great.
His creature work
But
is
I think
fantastic.
the issue with the creeper itself is because Victor did everything. People think that he is the creeper. Like
Jonathan Breck.
no, I think Victor is
they think
the creeper.
creator
actor.
of the creeper is the guy in the suit.
Oh, I see.
Huh. Yeah, he probably
That's like-
doesn't deserve all the hate he's getting.
No, because like I don't think he's really done anything else.
Nah, he Jeepers Creepers 3, Spy Kids 4.
Spy Kids.
I mean, he's been in
Yeah.
he's been in a lot of movies. He's been in 20 movies, 30 movies. But you know,
dude, everybody wants him. Who's in that? I that's a movie that I really like that we gotta watch one day.
I don't know, man. I'll double check with you in a couple weeks and we'll see how you feel about it.
Hey, I went back through the messages and I even watched the video. Y'all hyped it up way more than I hyped it up.
Joker
y'all made
what?
it seem-
No,
Yeah.
we shit talk Joker 1 crazy.
No, but I thought I was like, no, dude, we gotta watch Joker 2. The way you guys are
No,
talking.
we just read into it. No. I put the
Yeah.
blame on me and Eric. I put the blame on me and Eric.
Yeah.
I did.
But I'm like,
Miscommunication.
bro, what? I
Yeah.
never said that. And then when Eric was like, oh, let's watch Joker 2, I just was like, oh, okay. Like, I heard it's no good already, but I was like, whatever. I'm not gonna be like, no.
I could have done with just Jeepers Creepers 1 this week. That would have been nice.
If
Just Jeepers
Yeah.
we
Creepers
should have
1.
communicated better as a unit. And I knew the Rotten Tomatoes scores, and
I
I was
didn't.
gonna say something, but then I was just like, oh no, I think Eric wanted to watch it. In
Eric
my head,
wanted to
you
watch
wanted to watch it, Eric. Like,
So I'm blaming Eric.
but then in your
In
guys'
my
head,
head-
I wanted to watch it.
Yeah,
Or
oh,
Spider-Man meme.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
It was you.
what?
Yeah.
What's the
I mean,
Rotten?
it's fine, but
What's the Rotten Tomatoes on Jeepers Creepers?
I think in the 40s.
Yeah, about half and half.
I got it
I
linked.
can see that. I
Yeah.
think that's a little harsh.
49.
49. So yeah, I'll take that as a 50-50 split. That's a little harsh, but you know what? I can
6.
see it.
For the
I think
critics.
I think so. It's a little harsh based on now. If you want to say, hey, first installments compared to like other icons, sure, it might not be as good as those.
No, I don't.
But like
I
compared
think
to so many,
other first installments of horror movies are also not great. They get
Yeah,
better.
they're cool, but they're not great. Yeah.
Right. Like the third
Yeah.
Friday is the Friday the third or not Friday, I'm sorry. The third Nightmare on
love
Elm
Friday.
Street is the Nightmare on Elm Street, you know? Like Dream
Yeah.
Warriors is like peak.
Dude, Dream Wars slaps.
Yeah.
but I think like the first Halloween is still the best Halloween.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Friday
that's-
the 13th.
It doesn't get
maybe
good
two.
until like the
None
fourth
of them.
one. The fourth
But
one is
2
the
and
best
3
one.
are real bad. I think 1 maybe is looked at higher because how bad the next couple are.
I mean, 1 is also a classic because it's like the killer's the mom spoilers.
Yeah,
You know? So
yeah.
like but I mean if you're talking just Jason movies, I think the 4th
Mhm.
one is where it like starts to get
oh, where Jason
like,
is the
good.
primary killer
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
and it's not even debatable because the
We know the second one
mean,
sucks ass.
yeah we hate the second one as a
Yeah.
unit.
Awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, and I wouldn't be surprised as well if like the Rotten Tomato scores are worse because they're like, hey, I'm gonna say this movie fucking sucks because the guy who made it fucking sucks.
You know,
You know,
what? Too,
which
I don't
good.
know, what,
Fine, I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
but I don't know what the ratings were before all that came out. You know,
I don't.
Like,
I don't know when all that came out either, which hurts.
because
it a little bit more.
we could like say we looked at this
I mean,
10 years ago,
That's-
and it
these
go ahead.
some of these reviews are dated, so like you can.
Okay.
But
What's
then we
the-
gotta find out when the news came out, Eric.
Yeah.
When did
What are
the
their
news-
problems though? In like with the bad reviews.
So one from 2003. As the plot hemorrhages from one dire encounter to another, the cliched old psychic routine is used to explain the plot to anyone who might still care.
Okay.
Another one from 2003. The only thing about this movie that really made me shudder is that we are probably going to be deluged with a bunch of crappy sequels for it.
Ooh, that could have been more wrong.
Yeah.
A bunch.
wait.
One of the
So
ahead.
they're mad that this movie is gonna get sequels, though. That's
No,
kind of
no.
weird.
Well, no, that's like the funny punchline that they have. But
Yeah.
realistically, they just hated the movie and they hated it even more
Yeah.
knowing it was gonna get sequels. You know?
Meaning they understand that people might actually like this. I feel
Yes. Like it enough. Or that it'll make enough
Yeah,
money.
Enough
you know?
money. Yeah. Uh huh.
one
Sure.
from 2016, an absurd horror yarn in which a cannibalistic winged demon goes on a murderous rampage whenever he hears the title tune. Personally, Susudio and Rude are the only songs that would conceivably make me take a hatchet to someone's head, but I digress.
That was actually kind of funny. I don't hate
But
that
I
review.
don't. I don't think technically the song comes on and it makes him. I understand what they're saying.
I'm
He
still
had
here
that
for
shit
it.
in his crib, dude.
He did have that shit in his crib. That's
He
the
did,
only
he
bop he had.
Dude,
So
that's why I was always stuck in his head.
yeah, it's the only wax he's got
Yeah.
to spin. Really quick, I'm gonna read some letterboxed ones. So I found where I read there's a 2.5-star review, the most liked review of this movie, and it is maybe if they had run him over one more time. I love it.
I love that. I love that. That's
Uh,
fire.
The next highest rated one is 4 stars. Loved it. They gave it a heart.
Oh.
Justin Long is hot. Hey, yep, I'm here for that.
That tattoo did something for them.
It did.
Yeah.
And then the next highest rated with 1,600 likes is a 3.5 star review, and it is Current Mood: the creeper doing a backflip off the hood of Trisha's car.
Dude.
Dude,
Shit
it's
was
funny when
ridiculous.
he like runs over it at first.
He's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can tell he's like holding onto the wires because they're doing some shoddy ass wire work or whatever.
It's just funny because there's at certain points where like this movie should have taken itself a little more serious.
it should have.
It would have been way scarier. It would have been even
Yeah.
scarier. Oh no, I just found another one. 4 stars, love the movie. That's how I smell my grandma's homemade banana bread.
He was all up in that, dude.
He was
So-
knee deep in it.
We don't actually see him sniffing the underwear, or
No,
do
we-
we?
No, we do. I want to say he sniffs that
Okay.
underwear.
No.
No, no.
I
we don't show
remember growing up, we see him sniff the underwear, but when
Yeah.
I rewatched it, he didn't.
He doesn't know.
Okay.
They just say it that he did.
He
But
sniffed
I could
my
almost
underwear?
remember him like in there, and they're like someone's at the car, and then he runs off.
No,
No, you
Okay.
didn't see that though.
Is it a
Yeah.
Mandela effect, or like did they change?
Well,
it?
I don't because Amazon has this stupid TV version for some reason.
Oh,
Where
what?
it like when a commercial break's coming up, it like fades to black and then comes back.
Get
So-
out of here. That's crazy.
Maybe
That
that's why,
sucks.
because we saw that version. I wonder if like,
Ooh.
but I could just
Yeah.
honestly, it could be legitimately like a Mandela effect.
How do I look this up, man? I'm about to go to YouTube and type Jeepers Creepers sniffing panties.
Yeah,
I don't want to type that.
You're
Don't
getting
do
a
that.
list, especially because Victor.
Your
did.
alcohol's gonna be messed up, man.
Car scene.
yeah.
Original car scene, maybe.
Nah, I'm gonna have to look up Jeepers Creepers sniffing panties, and I'm
Yeah.
not looking that up. I'm not doing it.
I mean, technically
I don't
underwear
think he
there,
did,
man.
Mm-mm.
Justin Long did say, "Oh man, now he knows my name because he has fucking his name on his underwear." Like,
On his
oh,
undies. What's
That's a good
crazy
line,
though
good
is
line.
like, bro should have done laundry at college or wherever he was at,
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have waited.
and they should have taken his car. There's multiple things they could have done better.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense where like they take that route and she's like, I'm so scared of this route. It's like, brother, why'd you guys take the route then? You
Yeah, then why'd
already
you take
it's
it?
the only route, dude.
Bullshit.
Nah.
There's always
I
another
don't know.
route.
I don't know what. I don't know what state they're in, but shit.
Yeah, they really don't say. It's probably Ohio.
Oh,
Fucking
It has to be
probably,
Ohio
Right, because the
Because-
Ohio State guy.
state player. Yeah.
This would
dude. You
happen
sure?
in
That's the
fucking
Mandela
Ohio.
effect, dude.
No,
Nah,
no,
he
they say it. They
Mandela'd
say
some
it.
panties. He didn't Mandela this, all right? I guarantee that. All right,
I'm looking
fellas.
it up.
Well, Eric looks that up. I'm gonna type in Jeepers Creepers into the shit here. And
Where'd you
James,
get those peepers?
go ahead and give me your score for
Jeepers.
Jeepers Creepers.
You know what? I may be a little high because I'm a fan.
Oh, that's what I thought. I was like,
Yeah.
huh?
Maybe a little high.
I'm gonna give it an 8, and I don't care.
8? That's solid. Eric?
You know, for my first time seeing this film, you know, I was blown away by the character design. Not gonna lie, kind of sucks that the director's a fucking scumbag.
Worthless piece of shit.
I'm also gonna give it an 8.
Dang.
I respect it. I appreciate it.
So when I rewatched this movie like 6 months ago, I did this review purely based off memory and repetitive times I've watched it as a child. I thought it was fine. I thought that for an hour and a half, it did kind of feel a little weird in some spots. You could tell that the director was too busy being a worthless piece of shit and not directing a well-made film.
That happens.
So I'm gonna give it a 7. So still a
That's
good movie.
respectable.
Still a good
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Still enjoyable. I think the character is still good enough to be considered a horror icon.
The design alone is iconic.
Yeah.
Like it's,
Hella iconic. The way he sniffs panties is iconic.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it's in Florida, by the way.
Yeah, that checks. I don't know if you should be in Florida. It's a little too hot for a Batman, but well, you know, who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Or a gargoyle. I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
All right, that means that Jeepers Creepers 1 gets a 7.66 repeating on the Sooner or Later scale. That means I'm going to also thank you for tuning in on twitch.tv/Sooner or Later TV or youtube.com/@Sooner or Later TV for our review of Jeepers Creepers. continue listening and watching and showing your support on all social media. Make sure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. We post everywhere about a little bit of everything. Make sure you watch our Just Chatting podcast, which also films live on Sundays at 7 p.m. And make sure you tune in next time for another review. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See you.